Hi guys, it's Alex and Xenia from Thestylejungle, and today we want to do a recap of our year 2019 and all the big moments we had throughout this year.
Yeah, we really love this time of the year when you can just sit back and look through the best moments that happened in the course of the year. And 2019 for us was jam-packed with travel, interesting projects, new achievements, and we're gonna look at all of them right now. 2019 was the year when we were really focused on exploring more of New Zealand, and we ticked off a major goal. This year we have been to every single region of the North Island of New Zealand. And the last region that we had on our list was Northland, and we had a really cool 2-week-long trip around all the most important places of Northland at the beginning of the year. This trip was amazing, mind-blowing, and we still have to publish vlogs from this trip. So if you are interested in learning more about Northland, stay tuned and you'll see that on YouTube soon.
This year we also revisited some of our favorite locations around New Zealand. So we've been to Waikato a couple of times, to Hawke's Bay, to Coromandel. It was amazing. But we were excited to visit Christchurch for the first time ever this year. And actually I've been there twice this year because I've been on a paid trip as a blogger. I've visited some of the iconic locations around Christchurch and Aotearoa as well. So I've spent amazing time over there. And if you want to see those videos, just make sure to click on the pop-up banner in the corner of the screen. Although 2019 was all about exploring New Zealand for us, we have managed to fit in one more location overseas, and it was Russia. This year I've spent 3 weeks over there exploring Moscow, and I'm still posting some of the videos from that trip onto the channel. So if you want to check out our Russia travel videos playlist, check out the link below or the pop-up banner in the corner of the screen. And I'm actually excited to announce that in 2020 we're going to Russia again, and we're gonna share some of our favorite spots around actually a couple of different cities in Russia. So stay tuned for that. It's coming in a couple of months' time.
We always had this goal of learning as much as possible about the beautiful world we live in, and I can proudly say that this year we really focused on learning more about endangered animals, both in New Zealand and worldwide, and what we can all do to help them and to save them and to keep them alive. Our first friendly encounter with animals was in Northland when we visited Kiwi North, and we got our first chance to get really up close and personal with the Kiwi bird, and we learned so much about Kiwi birds and how difficult it became for them to live in New Zealand. This experience inspired us to create our own donation page online, and money from this page go to Kiwis for Kiwi charity trust, who do all they can to help Kiwi birds in New Zealand. So everyone can actually contribute by buying something from our TSJ Wear clothing line, because part of every sale goes to this donation page. Another really informative experience was recently in Hamilton Zoo, where we got a chance to meet rhinos, the white rhinos, who are not endangered anymore, but still very vulnerable because there are only 20,000 of them in the world, though the other 4 categories of rhinos, they're extremely endangered, with 2 of them being under 100 species worldwide. So we learned a lot about them, and we wrote a blog post. If you're keen, we will leave you a link under this video. It's really important to know what's going on in the world. Finally, Alex went on a dolphin safari in Aotearoa on the South Island recently, and he learned a lot about the tiniest dolphins in the world. They're also endangered. There are very few of them left, and it was really cool to learn how local companies support them and take care of them and make sure their tourist businesses are as sustainable and as harmless as possible.
2019 was probably the busiest year in terms of car reviews and test drives. Some of the cars we had them for quite a long time. which allowed us to travel to some of the beautiful locations around New Zealand and actually around the world. We've taken one of the cars to our trip to Northland, which was one of the biggest trips this year. We also had a couple of weekends with 2 different cars in Waikato. We also participated in the model launch of one of the new cars in Auckland, and which I'm really proud of, we had an opportunity to drive one of our favorite cars in Moscow. So it was a very, very good year, and we are very excited that you guys like this format of car reviews, and we get a lot of really good feedback from you. For example, our BMW 3 Series review, we were one of the first people to do this review in New Zealand. Actually achieved 15,000 views on YouTube, and this is one of our most popular videos this year, and we are extremely happy about that. And I'm also very happy to say that 2020 is gonna bring a new car project to this YouTube channel, so keep updated. Recently our blog received a few awards, both in New Zealand and globally. And one of the most amazing things that happened to us is that the UK-based Travel and Hospitality Awards named Thestylejungle the best blog in Oceania, which is absolutely amazing, and we are so happy about that. It was very cool, but it wasn't the only one. We also appeared in Batchcare Top 50 blogs writing about New Zealand and the FitSpot Top 25 lifestyle blogs in New Zealand.
And don't forget to mention this year's nomination for Miss FQ Influence Award. It was the 3rd year for this award, organized by nationwide New Zealand magazine Miss FQ, and they highlight the best Instagram accounts in different categories, and this Thestylejungle was chosen among the 5 best travel accounts in New Zealand, which was a huge honor and a really beautiful event that we participated in Auckland.
All these awards wouldn't be possible without your support, so we are extremely thankful to each and every one of you for all of your likes and follows and everything, so thank you for that, guys. This year we were extremely happy to continue working with some of our favorite magazines. Let's say we had a couple of articles published in The Verve, which was the first ever magazine with our cover photo last year. So it was a great collaboration this year as well. Nourish, another one to mention, Focus of course, and we also added a couple new magazines to our portfolio, including The Mood and Aura magazine. This was a very, very good year in terms of publications and working with all the magazines here in New Zealand. As you guys know, in 2018 we started our very own clothing brand called TSJ Wear. The idea of TSJ Wear is to highlight the beauty of New Zealand through the prints with iconic views of this amazing country. So I'm happy to put some of my favorite pictures that I took during some of my trips, put them on high quality clothing, and I'm always so happy to see people wearing them. 2019 was a big year for us. We were working on expanding the range of products, bringing new amazing items to our shop and adding more prints like this one to our range. So we are very, very excited for 2020 because we have lots of plans for that year. And if you want to see all the amazing stuff we have in our shop, just make sure to follow the link down below the video.
One last thing. Now on, it will be easier for you to find us on any social media ever. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest. All you have to do now is just put #Thestylejungle. We are joining our accounts and it will be both of us everywhere under one name. Easy as.
So we wish you and your family and friends all the best for 2020. We hope it's going to be an exciting year for each and every one of you. Subscribe to our channel and hit the thumbs up button, and we'll definitely see you guys very, very soon. Bye bye.
Bye.